If I told you the best sandwich I ever had came in a paper bag from a tiny boulangerie in Lyon, you'd probably roll your eyes, but it's true. The place was called Alma, nothing fancy, just a counter, the smell of bread in the air, and a queue out the door. I walked out with a camembert, bread, butter, ham, and by the time I finished it, I knew I'd never look at sandwiches the same again. The crust cut the roof of my mouth, the butter was thick, salty, and unapologetic, and the ham, it was like silk. So here I am, months later, trying to recreate it, not by buying another, but by doing the whole damn thing from scratch. First, the ham. Start with a gammon joint, and before you do anything, let it soak in cold water. A couple hours will do, overnight's even better. It softens the salt and takes off the edge. Then the bread, baguette. It starts with flour in a bowl. In another dish, warm water and yeast. Stir it till it comes alive, a little froth at the edges. That liquid goes into a bowl, then the salt. Then mix it all together till it starts to look like a dough. Cover it with a tea towel, walk away, give it time. A couple hours to rise, becomes something worth baking about. Back to the ham. Drain the water, start fresh. Into the pot with a joint, add celery, bay leaves and peppercorns. A good jar of cider, dry, sharp, and enough water to cover. Bring it up to the boil and let it bubble gently. Keep it there until the meat hits 75 degrees in the middle. And now the important part. Pull out the broth, the steam's still rising. Brush it with honey and whole grain mustard, a sticky glaze that clings to your fingers. Into a hot oven for half an hour until it shines and the smell fills the kitchen. Sweet, sharp, smoky. That's the ham you want to slice. Now it's time for the butter. People think of it as a background noise, something you can spread without thought. But when it's done right, butter can be the start. Double cream is beaten past its breaking point until it's split. Butter flat coming together, golden and soft. The buttermilk drains away. What's left is kneaded, washed, cleaned, and salted just enough. Cold, rich, almost decadent in its flavour. Now it's back to the baguette. The dough's risen, alive and airy. Tip it onto a floured surface, divide it into sections, fold it, roll it, and stretch it until it starts to look like the real thing. Onto a baking tray it goes, side by side, covered again, left to proof for a final time, then into a blazing hot oven, 230 degrees Celsius, 20 minutes, a splash of water for the steam, and when they come out, the crust is blistered, sharp, and ready to cut the mouth in the best way. Finally, it's time to build it. The baguette comes out the oven, crust still ticking as it cools. Split it lengthways, the knife fighting through that crackling shell before giving way to a soft, open crumb. A slab of butter, thick enough to leave teeth marks, pressed straight into the warm bread so it begins to melt and seep in. Then it's time for the ham. Roasted, glazed, sliced thick so each piece has that sticky edge from the honey and mustard. Folded over itself, heavy, layered, until the baguette can barely close. Then it's time for the cornichons, sharp, briny, and cutting straight through the richness. And that's it. Bread, butter, ham, pickles. Straightforward, honest, and nothing clever. It's not Alma, it's not Lyon, but it does the job. And right now, that's just about enough.